Hello friends, James Stevenson here. Do you know what the #1 selling luxury vehicle brand in the US was last year? By the end of this video you will, but I cannot underscore enough how few of your friends will be able to correctly answer the question if you make a bar bet over it. So let me show you how I walk through the process of making charts that answer that question. We're going to start at GoodCarbadcard.net. So this site has auto sales reports for manufacturers, brands, all the way down to the model level and by region. So what I do with this information is export it into a spreadsheet that I keep for the purpose of making charts that I then go tweet out publicly on Twitter. You can follow me at @ICannot_enough. And I'll hit play on this one so you can see one such chart. This one is an animated visualization on flourish.studio, which is a cool website that has lots of open to the public templates that you can customize and format and fill in with your own data. I'm going to hit pause on it before it reveals the answer to the question that I asked at the beginning, and instead scroll down the thread to find this link that takes you to a live, clickable, mouse overable, interactive version of the chart. There's some fun stuff here. So obviously you can roll over any of these rectangles to see which brand, model, and how many vehicles were sold. For that year, the years are across the top here. The brands are down the page, and then the models make up the bars, right? So you can do fun stuff like for BMW, you could click in here and see in 2017, these are all of the models BMW sold that year. So they sold almost 500 BMW i8s and over 6,000 BMW i3s. So let's march through the years and see what happens to these models. I'm keeping an eye on that BMW i3 as it falls further and further down the page, down below, yeah, right off the page, with the i8 down to only 21 sales last year. So it's easy to see why BMW is not very bullish on the future of EVs. I think it's because they haven't made any very compelling EVs yet. And that's what the market is trying to tell them. Make good EVs and the sales will follow. So I click the up arrow that returns us back to the big picture with all the brands here. For 2017, Tesla was down in 13th place. If I advance this to 2018, you'll see Tesla rise up the boards all the way to number 6, passing Acura, Cadillac, Infiniti, Lincoln. That's pretty good. What happened here? I'll click on the Tesla brand and we can blow this up and see Model 3 sold 127,000 vehicles in 2018. Back in 2017, that number was less than 2,000 because 2017 was the first year Tesla produced the Model 3 and they didn't make very many. The Model S, over 27,000 vehicles that year, was the #1 selling model, followed by Model X at almost 23,000. If we advance that back to 2018, you'll see these bars got a lot shorter, even though Tesla sold more Model S and X vehicles in 2018. Now, what happened that year was the US EV tax credit started to phase out for Tesla at the end of the year. So people could only get the full $7,500 tax credit in the US until the end of 2018. So in 2019, you don't see the sales climb a lot. They did go up for Model 3 as people in the US bought their Model 3s with a half tax credit or 1/4 tax credit in the second half of the year. I'll put this back to 2018 and I'll hit the up arrow to take us back so we can see how good that was in 2019. Tesla remained in 6th place that year as they shipped a lot more vehicles to Europe to fill the backlog of orders for Model 3 there. Then in 2020, Tesla added the Model Y. So you see Model 3 was still the #1 seller, but Model Y with it. Then what happened in 2021? This is the answer to the question I asked at the beginning of the video. I will not hold you in suspense anymore. I'll click the button and reveal that Tesla was the #1 selling luxury vehicle brand in the US last year, selling over 360,000 vehicles, easily passing BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus, who have been 1, 2, and 3 for a long time. So there's the answer to your question. It's I always find it a lot more impactful to see these things visualized graphically. And my hope with these videos is that I can do a little bit better job explaining them than I can on Twitter, where the character limit prevents me from being as in-depth with my analysis as I could be just talking through looking at them. So if you've enjoyed this video, click like. If you want to see more of them when I make more, click the subscribe button, or you can click that little bell to get notifications. You know how YouTube works, or not. You know, it's your life. Do what you want. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, folks.